Welcome back, family. AVS here, and this is not a clickbait video. What you're looking at is actual footage of the Christ the Redeemer statue being struck by lightning in Brazil. Now, a lot of people have been sharing images, but I wanted some actual footage, so I went on a hunt to get this for you, and I also found another angle. Take a look at this. Boom. That is absolutely insane. The person was clearly shocked. It's from quite a far distance. And you know, it's 2023, but for some reason everybody still seems to be filming on potatoes. But here are some absolutely incredible photos of quite decent quality as well, of the statue being struck right on the head, and you can clearly see the lightning strike is directly connecting with the statue. So I don't believe this is a coincidence. Now, in this news report here by NDTV, it says lightning strikes Brazil's Christ the Redeemer statue. Pic stuns internet. Now, we have more than just a picture, but anyways, it says, in a jaw-dropping moment, the 100-foot statue of Jesus Christ towering over Rio de Janeiro was hit by lightning. The stunning scene was captured during a flash storm which hit the coast of Brazil on Friday. The bolt of flash struck the head of the statue and turned the sculpture into a godly figure. Now, let's be a little bit careful now with the kind of language that is being used, because to call something a godly figure whilst it's a graven image is not the smartest way to describe something. But it says the stunning scene was captured by Fernando Braga, who shared the pictures on Instagram. Divine lightning, it's Friday. Recording taken on February the 10th, 2023 at 6:55 p.m. Now, the footage that I showed you earlier, I'm actually not 100% sure if it is this time when lightning struck Rio de Janeiro's statue of Jesus, and I'll tell you why. Because in 2014, the statue was actually already struck right on the finger, and there was actually damage that was caused during this lightning strike. So it says, a vicious lightning strike from the heavens hurt Rio de Janeiro's iconic Christ the Redeemer statue during an electric storm on Thursday night. Now, this was January the 18th, 2014 that this article was written, so this was a very long time ago. So that's why I want to just make sure that everybody is aware. I'm not 100% sure if the footage that I showed you is from this lightning strike or it is from the lightning strike on Friday. But it was uploaded very recently, so that is why I showed it to you, because it is very likely that it is the recent lightning strike. But, you know, if you have any more information, please do let me know in the comment section below, because I like to be 100% transparent with my content. Now, I want to talk about this situation a little deeper, because look at what is reported here. In 2010, the statue received a $4 million renovation repair parts of its face and hands that had been badly eroded. Now, why am I talking about this? Because there is so much poverty in Brazil, so much poverty. People are living in the favelas. It is literally such a low quality lifestyle, yet they are splashing $4 million on repairing a statue. Now, this is not actually Jesus Christ. This is not Yahuah HaMashiach, the Messiah. It is a statue. So they could do so much for the people with $4 million. Honestly, you can do so much, even if it's just to improve the people's lifestyle by a little bit. Now, a lot of people have speculated that this could be the wrath of God coming upon the people, because it's a sign that he's striking the statue, etc., etc. And this is possible. It could be the Most High saying, I'm displeased with you, because this has happened twice now, at least, that we know about. And others are saying that it could be a reminder of the powerful presence of the Most High in our lives. Now, either way, we should observe both possibilities, and both possibilities are actually true anyway. The Most High is very, very angry with the unrighteousness in the world, but he is also a very, very powerful presence in our life, far more powerful than just a lightning strike. Now, in the word, we see many examples of the Most High Yah using lightning as a symbol of his might and his glory. For example, in Exodus 19:16, we read about how on Mount Sinai, it was covered with smoke and lightning when Elohim descended upon it to give the 10 Commandments to Moses. And in Revelation 4:5, a vision of the throne surrounded by lightning and thunder is spoken about. Now, these examples show us that Elohim is not just some distant, impersonal force, because the world would love to mock and claim that he is just that, but he is a living, active presence in our life and in the world if they would just turn to him and receive him. Well, he's there anyway, but they just don't acknowledge him, which is quite sad, because one day they're going to be forced to acknowledge him. So when these lightning strikes are occurring on the statue of Jesus, it is a reminder that Christ himself is Elohim's power. Now, the Messiah himself said in John 14:9, he who has seen me has seen the Father. What man do you know on the earth who can stand here and say, He who has seen me has seen the Father, without it being absolute blasphemy. The Jews at the time, the Pharisees and the scribes, they knew exactly what the Messiah was claiming. He was claiming to be the word of Yah, the Logos, the word who had become flesh, Elohim in the flesh. So they were right. If he was not Elohim in the flesh, if he was not God in the flesh, he would have been committing blasphemy. But the point is, he was, and the Pharisees recognized this. This is why when the Messiah said, before Abraham was, I am, they took that as ultimate blasphemy, because in Exodus 3, the Most High refers to himself as Ahaya Asher Ahaya, I am that I am. So when Christ was standing on the earth, and he said, before Abraham was, I am, he was making it very, very clear that he existed before Abraham. Now, what man can claim that? So anybody with wisdom, anybody with an understanding can recognize what the Messiah was claiming. But those who are foolish, those who are blind to the truth, those who have been deceived by false prophets, they will look for exact statements. They'll say, oh, show me where Messiah says, I am God. Show me where the Messiah says, etc., etc. But the Messiah spoke in parables. And he did this, he explained why he did this. He did this so that those who do not have ears to hear and eyes to see would not understand. He said very clearly, my sheep hear my voice and they come to me. So if you recognize who he is, if you understand the wisdom in his words, before Abraham was, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. If you destroy this temple in 3 days, I shall raise it again. If you understand the power and authority he is speaking with, I have power to forgive sins. The Father judges no one, but all judgment has been given to the Son. He said, I am the Son of Man who is on earth and also in heaven. He was claiming to be in heaven at the same time as being on the earth. What man can do this? So recognize who he is and understand that yes, the Most High doesn't want us to be praying to statues. He doesn't want us to have graven images. But people have done this. They have built these things. And us who are outside of the world, we are in it, but we are not of it. We are able to look at the world from a human perspective, but also being filled with the divine wisdom of the Most High and interpret what is going on. Not always jumping to conclusions and saying, oh, because this is a bad thing from this person's perspective and a good thing from this person's perspective, then only one of them can be right. No, both people's perspectives can be right, but we have to take a step back and observe both perspectives and then apply the truth to our life. So anyway, I went off topic a little bit, but now some people would say, well, why did the Most High, why would he bother to strike a statue? What's the purpose of that? Well, we can look at it as a reminder to us that we are not to worship idols, material things, but to focus on the living word of Yah, who is in our heart if we have received him, if we have believed in him in our heart and confessed him with our mouth, according to Romans 10:9, then he is in us. Okay? In Deuteronomy 4:24, Elohim says, for Yahuah your Elohim is a consuming fire, a jealous God. So Elohim wants us to devote ourselves fully to him, give worship only to him, not admiration for objects. Okay, this is not what he wants. Now a lot of people will say, well, you know, we can't condemn. I'm not condemning anyone. I'm simply saying I'm not going to do that. All of my praise goes to the Most High Yah. I don't pray to anyone but the Most High Yah. Nobody deserves my worship apart from the Most High Yah, the Father, his Word, and his Holy Spirit. That's it. And if you disagree with me, that's fine. But I'm going to worship Elohim and Elohim alone. So in conclusion, family, I want to say I love you so much. I want to leave you with this verse from James 5:16. The effective, fervent prayer of a righteous man avails much. So family, pray for me. I would greatly appreciate it. If you pray for me and I pray for you, we all pray for one another as the body because we are one. Then may we all be elevated in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding together. Let us not leave people behind. Let us not look down on people in the body who we think are lukewarm, but warn them that they are lukewarm, so that they can become on fire and not be vomited out of the Most High's mouth. There are many people who are babes in Christ and many people who are elders. I'm certainly not an elder. I am, hopefully young. But a lot of people ask me questions as if I am an elder. So I try my best to answer those questions. But I also would appreciate prayer. I would also appreciate encouragement. And we as the body must pray for one another because the wisdom of the Most High is bestowed upon those who are willing to receive him and, very importantly, have the fear of Yah. We must fear him. We must fear him because if you look at him as some genie in a bottle that you can go to and ask for things, you don't have the fear of Yah. You are disrespecting him. You have to obey him, keep his commandments if you love him. And then when you come to him with requests, you come to him humbly. Don't come to him like you own him. He owns you. Don't forget that. Now, I love you so much, family. If you enjoy my content, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. If you want to support my content a little further, there are ways to do so in the description box below. And you can also become a channel member by clicking that join button. I would greatly appreciate it because I'm doing this full time now. I completely quit all of the other work that I was doing, and I have dedicated myself fully to full-time service of the Most High. I want to make content for him. I want to preach his word. I want to do everything for him in my life. And I'm also on TikTok. I do live streams over there, so it will be greatly appreciated if you pray for me and if you hit that thumbs up button and share it with somebody that you love. I love you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Shalom.